My name is Hayden Robertson, and this is my project for Art Week English 112. I'm doing my project on The Night Cafe by Van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh was born in March 30th, 1853, and died around July 29th, 1890. He was one of the most famous and unofficial figures in restaurant art history. He had created about 2,100 artworks, and about 860 of those artworks were oil paintings. The periods of his artwork were around realism, post-impression, impressionism, modern art, impressionism, etc. There was many more that he was a part of, including expressionism, later known as what he did in his artwork. Van Gogh was known to use what he would call arbitrary color, meaning that he showed his emotions through colors in his artwork. The details in the painting show two groups of people and two people by themselves in what seems to be a small cafe or pub. The cafe is brightly lit by overhanging lights of yellow, giving this cafe the perfect light. Surrounded by reds of the wall, greens of the ceiling, and yellow and green tones of the floor, making this calming effect for a place so mindful. Wine and drinks cover many tables in this cafe, as to say, come in and have a drink. A pool table in the middle of the room ready to have a game played and people laughing around it. There was a couple in the back of the room with drinks in front of them, comforting one another after a long day. A person to the right of them sitting as if they were asleep at the table without a care in the world. An older man standing from the table and walking close to the pool table, just waiting in the night for something. Lastly, a group of two are asleep in the table after drinking the night away. However, even though this painting may seem mindful and doesn't have anything hidden in its meaning, it very much does. Van Gogh's meaning for the night cafe was to show the terrible passions of humanity. He did this through the coloring of the painting and the small details hidden inside the painting. Even though when someone would look at the painting, they would see the light of the cafe, no problems with what is happening. However, the coloring showed the true meaning of the paint. From the blood red of the walls to the hard greens versus the most soft colors in the painting, like the softer green and rose colors. It shows how there is harsher colors and there is harsher parts of humanity where there are still softer bits, but sometimes we take passions way too far in humanity. Van Gogh had often used his emotion through the colors in his painting, like I stated. This would have later been called expressionism, and it was very heavy in his other paintings, like Starry, Starry Night and other paintings like that. He told his brother about the hidden meanings in the painting and letters that he wrote while he was working on the night cafe, and they can be found online. The more minor details in the painting were the sleeping people in the bottles. The people that were sleeping were actually drunk from the alcohol that was all around the cafe, on the tables, on the dresser-looking table in the back. The room itself has this claustrophobic feel to it, and the man that is in white is actually a waiter, and as though the room is collapsing on him, giving that claustrophobic feel. Van Gogh himself was a drinker and had shown not only his struggle but many other struggles in the last call of the night. The last call of the night meaning when someone is too drunk and they should stop. Some of them don't listen to that last call and continue on through the night. The night cafe was this place for people that didn't want to end the night. listen to the last call, can't find somewhere to board for the night, or are too drunk to find somewhere for the night or to be taken in. The painting also shows what it's like to go through a hangover. If you can see at the pool table, it's almost as it's stretching, like the room is also closing in. So it's like a spinning effect of like you getting dizzy when you're drunk or just waking up from a hangover. You can tell in the overhead lights that are very, very yellow and this bright. It shows kind of like that forced wake up from being drunk and you're very hangover. Van Gogh had always wanted to show his emotions and how he felt through processes of his life in his painting, and he very much did that in the night cafe. He showed how these terrible passions of humanity was brought into this cafe, and the whole reason this cafe was more like a pub instead of that in the late hours of the night.